Previously on the Chronicles of Oz. I'm Dorothy, by the way.
Oh, I know this one. Her name is Dorothy, and she comes from Kansas.
And before you ask, no, I'm not on some sort of murdering spree of the Royals of Oz or anything. I'm just going to the wizard to ask him to get me back home again.
And I'm getting a brain.
And he's getting a brain.
I want to ask the wizard for a heart.
Please let me come with you. My life is simply unbearable without a bit of courage.
What do we know?
Well, reports say...
The Wicked Witch is dead.
I need a full report, and then I'm going to the wizard.
So soon?
You think I should keep something like this from the Great Oz?
Loads of monsters on the yellow brick road these days.
Oh, gosh.
What was that?
The wizard's orders are to lock down the city and seal the borders until the chaos ends.
The moment we get clear of the dark and scary forest, the road decides to dip under a stupid river.
The Tin Woodman can make us a raft.
Oh, can I now?
What about the girl?
What girl?
You know, the girl. The one in the house that fell on the...
Tell me everything right now. What girl?
I can't believe you talked me into this.
Pole goes in the water, pie in the ground, and uh-oh. I think it's stuck.
What?
I'm going to kill you, Scarecrow.
The pole's stuck in the ground. It's not coming back out.
Scarecrow, let go of it. Leave it.
I might be able to get it unstuck.
Let go of the pole.
Just a second, Hey, the raft! I've lost my... Hey, don't put it off without me!
He's stuck on the pole. He's stuck in the middle of the river holding on to the pole.
Help me! I can't stay out of here forever!
Scarecrow! Crossover Adventure Productions presents The Chronicles of Oz. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Episode 3.
Don't leave me like this.
Hold on, Scarecrow! We'll find a way to get ashore and rescue you!
Don't be too long. I don't know how long I can hold on.
He really should have let go of that pole.
You really should have done a lot of things. Letting go of the pole is just the latest. What are we gonna do?
We can't stop, we can't get ashore, he's got the pole, we haven't got any way to propel us to the side.
Lion, please stop reminding me of how hopeless this is.
I can't think of anything either. Apart from swimming ashore.
Okay, how about no? I'd rust the second I put my foot in that water. You know that. Besides, I'd sink.
You wouldn't if you're hollow.
Shut up!
No, wait! Swimming! That could work!
What part of I would rust in seconds didn't you get, Dorothy?
She didn't mean you, did you, Dorothy? You meant me.
Him?
Yeah, the lion could drag us to shore. You're strong enough, aren't you?
Not really.
I don't care. It's the best idea we've got. What have we got to lose?
A lion as well as a scarecrow from the
Of
group?
course, we could just sit here on this raft until we go over a waterfall.
Ah!
Lion,
Well, alright, if I have to.
you have to. Jump in and I'll grab your tail.
Okay, here we go. I'm going in. Right now. This second. Okay, maybe this second.
Lion!
I'm going in.
Lion? Lion, can you hear me?
This water is freezing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The temperature of the water is not to your liking. Shut up and give Dorothy your tail.
Okay, there. Got it?
Yep, right. Start swimming. Not that way, Lion, the other shore.
Sorry, I got confused.
Don't try to talk, Lion. Just swim.
And so, the lion was able to bring us ashore without a drop of water rusting a single Tin Woodman joint. Do you think he said thank you? We let the lion recover, then spent the rest of the morning working our way back along the riverbank. Soon, we came across a familiar figure clinging desperately to a pole that was slowly tipping into the river.
La 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 la.
Scarecrow! Scarecrow, it's us!
Dorothy! Oh, Dorothy, I've never been so glad to see anyone!
Don't move!
The more he wiggles, the more he makes the pole fall over.
I know! And he's going to sink any minute. Hold on and keep still. We're going to rescue you.
Oh, that's good. For a moment there I thought you were just going to watch me drown.
Lion, could you swim out there and get him?
Not without getting him wet too. By the time we get back to shore, all that'll be left will be mush.
Oh, there must be something we can do. He'll go under in a minute.
Yeah, you're all going under. Hands in the air, all of you.
What?
You heard me. Get them up.
Oh no!
It was a stork. Seriously, a stork in a green tunic holding a weird sword in its wing. Birds in Oz have opposable thumbs, who knew?
Sorry, can we help you?
Yeah, you can drop the axe. Nice and slow.
Are you robbing us?
Hardly. Identify yourselves.
Well, my name's
Why should we
Dora-
tell you who we are? What's it to you? Who are you?
Emerald City Border Enforcement. Identification now.
One of the wizard's Storkguards. I should have known.
Border enforcement? Have we crossed state lines or something?
Yeah, the river's the boundary.
That's right, and you were seen crossing further downstream. The wizard has forbidden all travel in and out of Munchkin Land, so I need you to identify yourselves now.
I'm not identifying myself to you. You're a freaking bird, for God's sake.
I'm a Storkguard, man.
I don't really care. See that guy on the pole in the river? Yeah, he's gonna drown unless someone helps him, so I'm not answering a single question of yours until you do something about it.
I am not going.
He hasn't got much time.
Look, if you just fly out there and pick him up...
So you can escape into the Emerald City territory? I don't think so. Identify yourselves now and consider yourselves under arrest.
I don't think he's kidding, you know.
If you won't go out there, then at least send someone else to help. Don't you have backup? Please.
Storkguard 3, are you near Area 16? Please respond. Over. Request assistance with 4 unidentified illegal entrants and in retrieval of a 5th in the river. Over. Understood. Out.
Well, what does that mean?
It means, miss, someone will be here to rescue your friend shortly.
And he was right. Within moments, another stork carrying his own weird magical sword thing flew above our heads and across the river. It swooped down onto the scarecrow, grabbed his shoulders, and whipped him away just as the pole toppled into the water. It was over within seconds, and before we knew it, the big bird dropped the scarecrow on the ground beside us.
I was so scared.
I know, but you're okay now. Safe on dry land.
Right? I've helped your friend. Now it's your turn. Identification. Now.
There's no need to be so rude, you know.
Look, all we want to do is get to the Emerald City.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Why not?
The Emerald City is under lockdown until the Munchkin Land crisis is over. Nobody in, nobody out.
Not even us?
What crisis?
What crisis? The Witch of the East was assassinated. Munchkin Land has descended into anarchy. The wizard will not permit this chaos to spread into his city.
Well, he's too late. It has. And there's nothing he can do about it.
What?
You wanted me to identify myself? Well, perhaps I should.
Dorothy, perhaps you shouldn't.
Dorothy?
That's right. I'm Dorothy. Dorothy Louise Gale from Butterfield, Kansas. I'm the girl who killed the Wicked Witch of the East.
Stay back. That's close enough.
See the shoes I'm wearing? Look familiar at all?
The silver slippers?
That's right. You better tell your wizard to keep the doors open. I'm coming to see him.
You are under arrest. All of you put your hands on your head and...
Let Dorothy pass.
Oh, Lurleen, I have to... Ah!
Well, that took an unexpected turn.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I thought I could maybe bluff him a bit, but I never thought
Right in
he'd...
your forehead. How did you make it glow and go zing and stuff?
My what?
He's right. You had a spot on your head that lit up like I don't know what.
It was a bit scary, really.
What, here?
Yeah.
That's where the Good Witch of the North kissed me.
It sure gave that Storkguard something to think about.
Oh, well... Yay for us?
I don't think you should have done that to him, Dorothy. I don't think you should have talked to him like that either.
Oh, you don't, do you?
I think that's going to come back to bite us before we know it.
Why? It got us out of trouble.
Because those Storkguards are going to go back to the Emerald City. And that's where we want to go. I can smell trouble, and I don't like it.
Umby, can I have a word?
If that word is the Munchkins have finished blowing each other up, then sure, otherwise, go away.
That would be 8 words.
You're funny.
It's what I keep telling you. You need to speak to Faramand.
Do I now?
He's sorry he didn't tell you about the girl. He's been here all night. He hasn't slept. He honestly thought he brought it up.
Has he doubled the security like I asked?
I don't know. He's been kicking himself a lot since you yelled at him.
Oh, for Lurleen's sake, I haven't got time for this. Right now, I'm sifting through diplomatic whinging about other missing dignitaries that doesn't bode well for the rest of us. If Faramand can't...
Other missing dignitaries?
Looks like the Witch of the East isn't the only one in trouble in Oz today.
That's not a good list.
Tell me about it. The Oogaboo Queen has vanished. apparently. Nobody's seen the Queen of the Field Mice. King Cruel of Jinxland had an attack on his life a few hours ago. He's gone into hiding.
Minor monarchs. Not in the same league as the witches, but still. Is it who we think it is?
There's no obvious evidence, but I've narrowed down my list of one suspect. She's taking an opportunity.
Clearing a path to the wizard?
Which is why I don't have time to coddle Faramond right now. We need to start planning a possible defence against the Winkies.
All the more reason you need Faramand on your side. You can't defend the Emerald City without a fully functioning Guardian of the Gates.
All right. I'll talk to him. Where is he?
At his desk, sulking.
Of course he is.
Ombi, look, I've been through the records, all the meteorological reports for any other signs of bizarre weather, and...
Look, Faramond, I just want to say, I know you've been working hard and...
Oh, Lurleen. I'm fired, aren't I?
What?
I'm going to be sacked. The wizard wants my head because I didn't warn everyone about Dorothy.
You're not going to be beheaded. Who's Dorothy?
The girl. The assassin. They're saying she's called Dorothy?
Stupid name. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know, we're in for a strange couple of days. While the Munchkin crisis is on, we need to all work together to make sure the Emerald City stays safe. You understand?
Yes, I do, and I'm truly sorry, I never...
Yes, well, never mind about that. Have you got anything new yet?
Storkguards are on the lookout for her, but nothing yet. Last anyone saw, she was still in the Munchkin City.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Last thing I want to hear is that she's got out of Munchkin Land and heading for us.
This is Faramand. What? Say that again. What do you mean she's crossed the border? She's wearing what?
Oh boy.
It was the Scarecrow who had the idea of deviating from the river. He reasoned, and quite rightly too, that if we cut across land rather than follow the river, we'd eventually meet up with the Yellow Brick Road closer to the Emerald City and make up for lost time. The new route seemed easy enough. The forest had petered out at the river, so all we had to deal with was a huge field of poppies, stretching out for nearly as far as the eye could see. Yeah, you heard me. Poppies.
You know, Dorothy, if we had to set up camp for the night here, I don't think this would be a bad place. Everything looks so pretty.
It's not even dark yet. Ugh, what makes you think we're setting up camp?
You've been yawning for the past 10 minutes. I thought you must be tired.
That's nonsense. I'm absolutely fine. Alright, so I'm a little weary. I have been walking for nearly 2 days now.
The Tin Woodman and the Lion don't seem tired.
The Tin Woodman doesn't get tired. As for the Lion...
You should be nicer to him. He saved us all from the river, after all. And the Colliders, a bit.
He tried to eat Toto.
He said sorry.
I don't care.
I don't think he would have actually done it anyway. Not when it came down to it. I think Toto scared him more than the other way around.
That's not the point. I just don't like the... Oh, God, what's the matter with me? Come on, wake up, Dorothy.
Would you like me to slap you?
I'd just like to see you try. No, fine. Just need to get to the Emerald City and then try and find somewhere to sleep.
Dorothy? Dorothy, you okay? Tin Woodman, Lion, come quick! Dorothy's not well!
Fine, Scarecrow, I just need to rest for a minute.
What happened?
She fell over! I think she's asleep!
I'm not asleep, I'm just resting my eyes.
Toto's asleep too. And I gotta say, I'm feeling a bit sleepy myself.
Oh no. I should have seen this coming.
Oh, I've seen watching, man.
It's the poppies. There's too many of them. A few bushes here and there are fine, but when you get so many blooming at once, they put you to sleep.
But I feel fine.
You're a scarecrow. You don't sleep. Dorothy! Dorothy, can you hear me? You can't sleep here. You have to stay awake.
What?
Stay awake. You must stay awake. Are you listening to me, Dorothy? Dorothy!
And that was the last thing I heard for a while. The poppies overwhelmed me entirely, sending me into such a deep sleep that I didn't even dream. After the stresses of the last few days, it was probably just the thing I needed. But the poppies in Oz are mighty powerful. Unless you can escape their scent, get away from their influence, you're stuck in that sleeping state until you die. Of course, I didn't know that until much later. At the time, I was oblivious to everything as I slipped into my coma. As deaths go, I guess it's not so bad. So, you'll have to forgive me if the next part of the story isn't quite as accurate as I'd like. I only know what the others told me, but the way I hear it, it sort of went like this. The The Scarecrow said,
Why, Tin Woodman? Even though I have not got a brain and I have nothing to think with, I believe we need to get Dorothy and the Lion out of here as soon as possible.
And the Tin Woodman said,
As the most intelligent and wisest person in our group, I am taking charge. Lion, you should run away from this poppy field as quickly as you can, for while we may be able to carry Dorothy and Toto from this place, you will be far too heavy.
So the Lion said,
I agree. As I am so cowardly and so scared of my own shadow, I fear disagreeing with you in any way. I will run away now, as I so often do.
It is as you say, and it is such a burden to be the most reliable member of our group. Now, Scarecrow, let us make a chair with our hands and carry Dorothy away from this powerful aroma.
Indubitably, Tin Woodman. You are so wise and so amazing and so...
You can probably guess who told me most of that. However, knowing these 3 traveling companions of mine as I do, I'm fairly sure the exchange went more like this.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no,
Dorothy!
oh no, oh no!
Dorothy! Wake
She's not
up!
waking up, Tin Woodman. What are we going to do?
I don't know! Stop shouting at me!
What happens if we can't wake him? Oh gosh, now I'm yawning.
Lion, get the hell out of here! We can carry Dorothy out of here, but we can't carry you! You fall asleep in here, you're dead!
Run, Lion, run!
I'm going! Oh, holy moly!
Dorothy, you've got to wake up!
It's no use, Scarecrow. She's gone. Help me carry her.
We can't carry her, it's no use. Stop shouting at me!
I'm not shouting at you. We have to help Dorothy.
We're never going to get away from here!
Stop yelling!
I'm not yelling!
You are yelling!
I'm not yelling, you're yelling!
You're yelling!
No, you're yelling!
You're the one that...
Oh, alright, it probably wasn't that bad, but not far off. Anyway, between the 2 of them, they were able to get Toto and myself out of the poppy field. Problem solved, you might think. Not quite. You see, a few feet away from the edge of the field, they came across a large, cowardly, sleeping figure. Poor Lion, so close to escaping, but even he couldn't quite resist the power of the poppies.
Damn it.
There's nothing we can do for him, Tin Woodman. He's much too heavy.
I know. It's just... He's going to die here, you know?
I know.
It's not fair. All he wanted was some courage, and now he's... Come on.
I guess we'll just have to leave him here. But at least there's some good news. Look.
What?
Over there, across that meadow. It's the yellow brick road. We're back on track.
If only we can wake Dorothy up.
Making sure we were well clear of the poppy field, the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman lay me down and waited for me to wake up again. Meanwhile, someone else nearby was facing an even greater danger.
Oh my goodness, I can't keep this up for much longer.
You can't escape, Your Majesty. The Witch of the West wants you out of her way, and I am more than happy to oblige.
Please don't hurt me, please, I'm begging you.
I like it when my dinner begs for it.
What have I ever done to the witch? I've kept my subjects out of her way, out of everyone's way.
I don't ask questions. I do as I am told, and the witch wants you out of her way.
But I'm no threat to her. I'm Queen of the Mice.
You're mincemeat, Majesty.
Help me, somebody, please save me, save me!
That sound you heard just then? That would be the wildcat's head being sliced open by a woodsman's axe.
Ew.
Are you all right, man? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm a bit shaken, but otherwise quite agreeable, considering the circumstances.
Huh?
She says she's fine. Well, that thing won't be chasing you anymore.
Indeed. I thank you most sincerely. I owe you my life, Man of Tin.
Think nothing of it. Always happy to help anyone in danger, even if it's just a mouse. No offense.
Just a mouse? Don't you realize who I am?
Oh, meeting new people. I love meeting new people. Who are you?
I am Queen Ramina, Monarch of Mice.
Monarch, as in Queen of all the Mouses?
And I am forever in your debt, Man of Tin.
Oh, great.
I don't understand. If you're the Queen, why was that wildcat trying to kill you?
It was an agent of the Wicked Witch of the West. I expect she's taking advantage of the Munchkinland situation to clear the way for her own ends.
I see.
Do you, Scarecrow?
No, but I had you convinced for a second there, didn't I?
No.
Oh.
In any case, I owe you my life. If there is anything I or my subjects can do to repay you, Tin Man, then simply name it.
Oh, I have an idea.
No, you don't. Shut up. Thank you, Your Majesty, but to be honest, there's
No, really, I have an idea. She can help us.
How?
She can save the lion.
A lion?
Oh, Scarecrow.
You've just saved me from a vicious wildcat, now you ask me to face down a lion?
No, not face. Save. You can save him.
How?
Yes, I'd quite like to know myself.
Tell me, Your Majesty, how many subjects do you have? Nearby, I mean.
Thousands. My subjects live all over Oz.
Then summon them here, as soon as you can, and tell them all to bring with them a piece of string, as long as they can carry. Then I'll explain what I want them to do.
I really have to stress I didn't see any of this. This is what they told me. And yes, it seemed as unlikely to me as it does to you, but that's apparently how it went. While they waited for the mice to arrive, the Scarecrow put the Tin Woodman to work.
I want you to chop down some trees and build me a what would you call it? A thing with wheels and a platformy thing.
A truck?
Yes, is that what you call it? Okay, and yes, a truck. Build me a truck.
Just what are you planning, Scarecrow?
Trust me, this'll work.
Trust you and your lack of brain? Seriously? Oh, whatever. It's been about 10 minutes since I last chopped down a tree. Must be about time I did it again. You know, by the time I get my heart, there won't be any trees left in Oz.
Thanks, Tin Woodman.
Truck off.
So the Tin Woodman built a trolley thing on wheels out of what he could find nearby, big enough to fit the lion on. He spent most of the afternoon putting it together. The Tin Woodman is nothing if not meticulous with his work. Once it was constructed, the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman used what strength they had to load the lion onto the trolley. I really wish I'd been awake to see them trying to manage that. By nightfall, the mice returned in their thousands, and each of them carrying a tiny bit of string.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? If you could all line up in single file in front of the... a truck? Cart? Trolley? What are we calling it, Tin Woodman?
Who cares?
Yeah, if you could all line up in single file in front of the who cares carrying your string, and the Tin Woodman will tie you to the front. Please do not line up if you do not have your string with you.
You heard the straw man. Line up!
It was around this point that I woke up. As I yawned myself awake, I saw one of the more unexpected sights in my time in Oz. The lion, fast asleep on a cart, with hundreds of little mice ahead of it, pulling it through the poppies as hard as they could, each tied to the cart by a string. The Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman were behind the cart, doing their best to help.
And heave! And heave! And heave! And heave!
What the?
Ingenious, is it not? Did I startle you? My apologies.
I think you're a mouse.
Correct.
A talking mouse.
Also correct. I understand that you are Dorothy Gale of Kansas. I am Queen Ramina, monarch of the mice. You may curtsy.
Okay, I can go with that.
Your friend the Scarecrow is quite a towering intelligence. Your lion was trapped by the spell of the poppy field, but being so small, the poppies have no effect on wee mice. Quite a deduction for him to make.
Amazing for someone that doesn't have a brain.
Indeed. I understand this is why you are seeing the wizard. You all have things you require of him.
That's right, yes.
Be vigilant. That's all I'll say. The wizard has great power, but that doesn't always equate to great wisdom.
Do you know the wizard? Have you met him?
I'm afraid not. My understanding is nobody has seen him for many years. He lives the life of a recluse and only engages with his people through his advisors.
Will he see me?
He might. Those shoes will give you certain advantages. It may encourage him to admit you into his throne room.
If we ever get that far, it seems like there's delay after delay and we never seem to be any closer to the Emerald City.
You are a lot closer than you think, my dear.
What?
Take a look beyond that hill over there.
I stood up and took a few steps towards the yellow brick road. In the darkness, just past the next hill, I could see a brilliant green glow dancing on the horizon. It beckoned warmly and excitedly. Is that... It is! It's the Emerald City! Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, look, we made it! It's there! It's the Emerald City! This was the first time I ever saw the Emerald City. At last, our long, long journey was over. Or so we thought. First thing in the morning, we began our final march towards the City of Emeralds. Come on, everybody, come on, don't be so slow!
We're not being slow. We're being dignified. I'm not about to embarrass myself in front of the Emerald citizens before we even make it to the gate.
But we've wasted so much time already. I don't see why we couldn't get moving last night when we saw it.
Oh, because I was still asleep, that's why.
Oh, blah. You're excited, aren't you, Scarecrow?
I can't wait! I'm gonna get a brain. I'm gonna get a brain. I'm gonna get a brain. I'm gonna get a brain.
All right, we get the point. Now shut up!
Is this it? Is this the gate? Are we finally there?
Looks like. Who wants to ring the doorbell?
I think you should do it, Dorothy.
Me?
Well, it was your idea to go see the wizard after all.
It was Lacosta's, actually, but, well, if you think I should...
Oh, for Lurleen's sake, I'll do it.
Thanks, Tin Woodman. Thanks a lot.
Look, the sooner we get into the Emerald City, the sooner I get my heart.
I'd have thought it might have been so you could finally get away from us and our silly singing.
No comment.
Oh, come on. How long does it take to open a gate? Hello? Visitors wanting to come in. Come out, wherever you are.
Stay exactly where you are. Put your hands up and do not move. You are under arrest by order of the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
I knew this would go badly.
Well, we haven't done anything. We just want to see the wizard.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, men, take him inside for questioning. Resistance will be met with maximum force.
The City of Emeralds truly is as beautiful as its name suggests. Over its long history, it's seen so many regime changes and revolutions that it's got a very odd, varied, and bizarre architecture. And it's green. Very green. Centuries ago, some pompous ruler or other decided to make the center of Oz the epitome of extravagance. Every wall, every building, even a lot of the pavements and roads were embedded with emeralds to the point that it was almost, in my opinion, a bit over the top. I don't know if everything in the Emerald City is made of emeralds. That would be silly. There must be some green rocks in there to pad out the building materials. But there are enough gems around to make it look as if the streets themselves glow when the sunlight hits them. Every wall shines, and the whole city has an aura of magical wonderfulness. Of course, I saw very little of it the first time I entered the city. Handcuffed by burly guards, we were escorted very quickly through the streets into a green building which I presumed to be military barracks of some kind. Toto was taken from me, as were my new friends, and I was locked in a room, alone, awaiting interrogation. I was not, as you may imagine, having a merry old time in any sense of the word.
How the hell did she get here? Don't we have Storkguards for a reason?
I showed you the report that said she was stopped at the border.
Then why is she showing up at our front door? You're guardian of the gates, Faramond. You shouldn't have let her get this far.
What was I supposed to do, drop a house on her at the river?
You're not funny. Do we know what she wants?
We haven't questioned them, but she said something about wanting to see the wizard.
I'll bet she does.
I'll have more information after I question her.
Oh, you're not going anywhere near that interrogation room, Faramond.
But I'm the guardian of the gates, and this is a security matter.
The girl assassinated the Witch of the East. This has gone far beyond Emerald City security.
Ombi!
The wizard will want a full report on what she's doing here. And as guardian of the throne, that has to come from me. I'm doing it, end of discussion.
Ombi Ambi, there you are. Is it true?
Is what true?
They say you've got her here. The Witch Slayer?
Holy Lurleen. Is that what they're calling her now?
How did you find that out?
It's all over the city. People are saying that she showed up at the Eastern Gate.
Faramond.
What? You expecting to have a weird group like that arrested and keep it quiet? They're scarecrows and lions and things. They stand out.
Well, rumours are flying wild out there. There's talk that she's come here as a refugee. Others are saying she showed up brandishing weapons with witch blood still on her hands. I need some facts to spin this on me. What's going on?
We don't know yet.
Our fearless guardian of the throne is going to interrogate her.
Really? Shouldn't Faramond?
I'm not having this argument again. Look, you are the guardian of the people. Go guard them from stupidly speculating more than is necessary. Faramond, you're guardian of the gates. Go guard the gates or something.
I
suggest you start with doubling the Storkguard patrols and making sure no more Munchkin refugees cross the border.
Already done. But I suppose double-checking them can't hurt.
No, it couldn't. Anything else?
One more thing. They know about the slippers.
Oh, great.
Well, they're not exactly subtle footwear. People saw them on her feet and they made their own conclusions.
I see.
There's already people calling her the new Witch of the East, and that she's come here to take on the wizard when the last one couldn't.
All right, do what you can to keep it under control for as long as you can.
To keep it under control, I need to tell them facts, Ombi.
And facts are exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to ask you again. Where are you from? Who are you working for?
I've told you. I'm from Butterfield, Kansas. I work for my aunt and uncle on the farm.
Kansas? There is no such place.
No place like it.
Who sent you? What was your plan? Kill the Witch of the East? Incite rebellion and anarchy amongst the Munchkins? And now you want to kill the wonderful wizard?
Oh my god! For the last time, I did not mean to kill her. It was not my fault. Read my lips. My house fell on her by accident.
We have reports from Munchkin eyewitnesses who say that you were casting spells on the house as it soared across the sky.
Then they're lying. I was in the house. Look, I never wanted to get caught up in your crazy politics or whatever this is. A few days ago, I was home living my normal, boring life, and then a twister picked up my house while I was still inside it. When it finally hit the ground, it landed on the witch. All I've wanted to do since then is go back home. That's all. The Witch of the North said the wizard might be able to help me, so I came here.
So, you're a Gillican agent.
I'm nobody's agent, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And yet you bear her mark on your forehead.
I'm wearing the Witch of the East shoes, too. Perhaps I was working for her when I dropped my house on her.
So, at last you confess.
That was sarcasm, you numbnut.
This will go a lot better for you if you cooperate.
I am cooperating, you're just not listening to me. Look, I didn't come here to kill anyone. I never met the Witch of the East or even heard of her until I stepped out of that house. All I want to do is go home. That's it. Your wizard and the various witches can do whatever the hell they want for all I care.
Is that a fact?
It's absolutely the truth. I swear it. If I could just see the wizard, then...
Oh, of course. Why, yes. I would definitely let you in to see our beloved ruler. You're only just a known killer who has destabilized one regime this week. Absolutely. I'll give you free access to the one man who keeps the land of Oz together.
When I do sarcasm, it's cute. With you, it's just sad. If you won't let me in to see the wizard, then maybe someone else can help.
Excuse me one moment. What is it? What? Faramond, calm down. I can't follow you. What are you doing talking to his Ozness? Yes, I know I'm busy, but you shouldn't be answering her. He does? You sure? Really sure? Fine. Fine, I'll send her through. On your feet. You're coming with me.
What? Where are you taking me? I'm telling you the truth.
Looks like your wish is coming true. You're off to see the wizard. He's requested an audience.
He's requested an audience with me? When you want something badly enough, you do anything to get it. You jump at any chance that's offered you, regardless of how unusual it sounds or what weird and fabulous footwear you have to take on. You trek across a dangerous land with 3 complete strangers on the hope, the mere hope, that when you get to where you're going, you get what you want and everything will be fine. I wanted to get back to Kansas more than anything. But standing there in that magnificent throne room for the first time, I was starting to think that maybe the cost would be too high. Hello? Is anybody there? Look, they said I should just go in. You asked to see me? Oh my god!
Not your god, your wizard.
Oh dear.
I am Oz, the great and terrible. Who are you, and why do you seek me? Well, answer me. Who are you?
I'm Dorothy. Dorothy Gale.
Why have you come to see the great Oz?
I want to go home. The Witch of the North
How
said...
did you get the silver slippers of the Wicked Witch of the East?
Locusta gave them to me.
The Witch of the East gave them up willingly?
No. She's dead.
You killed her?
No, my house fell on her. It was an accident.
And now?
Now? I just want to go home, back to Aunt Em and Uncle Henry in Butterfield.
Butterfield?
It's a tiny place in Kansas.
Kansas? In the United States of America?
You know it?
The wonderful Wizard of Oz knows all.
Well, then you must know how to send me back home.
Why should I do this for you?
Well, because you're a wonderful wizard and... these are the wonderful things
You were strong enough to destroy the Wicked Witch of the East. Use your own power.
I haven't got any power. I'm just a girl. Please, can you help me?
You have no right to expect me to send you back to Kansas unless you do something for me in return. In this land, everyone must pay for what they get. If you wish to use my great power to send you home, then you must do something for me first. Help me, and I will help you.
What do I have to do?
Kill the Wicked Witch of the West.
I can't! I told you I haven't got any power!
You killed the Wicked Witch of the East, and you wear her silver slippers! There is now but one Wicked Witch left in all of Oz. And when you can tell me she is dead, I will send you back to Kansas. But not before.
But I can't kill a witch! Last time was an accident. Look, you're a great and terrible wizard, and I'm nobody. If you can't kill her, how on earth could I do it?
This is my answer, and that is my condition. Until the Wicked Witch dies, you will not see your uncle and aunt again. Leave my presence, and do not return until you have completed your task.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, written and directed by Aron Toman, based on the book by L. Frank Baum. Starring Kara Dennison as Dorothy, Aron Toman as the Scarecrow, Scobie Parker as the Tin Woodman, and Tom Denham as the Lion, with Mitch Achten as the Storkguard, Jennifer Ali as Locusta, Michelle Drinnan as Jelaya Jam, David Nagel as Ambi Ambi, Brett Underwood as Pharamond, Katie Karandais as the Queen of the Mice, and Rob Lloyd as the Wizard of Oz. Other roles played by members of the cast. Sound recording by Daniel Burnett. Sound design by David Nagel and Aron Toman. Music by Tony Diana. This has been a Crossover Adventure production.